Did you know that diesel engines operating primarily at low loads and city speeds can lose up to 40% of their efficiency over time due to carbon buildup? There's one simple technique that experienced mechanics have been using in secret for decades to reverse this damage and extend engine life by hundreds of thousands of miles. Today, I'm revealing a technique so simple that most diesel owners dismiss it as too easy to work. But this method has kept most diesel vehicles running strong for over 400,000 mi, while some face expensive repairs and early engine replacements. Make sure to watch till the end because I'll reveal the exact procedure and timing that makes this technique work, plus the warning signs that tell you when your diesel desperately needs this treatment. Let's start with why your diesel engine is slowly choking itself to death. The problem with modern diesel driving patterns. Modern diesel vehicles are incredible machines designed to last hundreds of thousands of miles. But there's one thing they weren't designed for: the way most people actually drive them. Diesel engines were originally developed for constant work at varying loads. Think farm tractors, long-haul trucks, and marine applications where the engine regularly operates across its entire RPM range under different load conditions. But today's diesel owners use their vehicles primarily for commuting, school runs, grocery shopping, and city driving. These short trips at low speeds create the perfect conditions for carbon buildup throughout your engine systems. Here's what happens during typical modern diesel driving. Your engine rarely reaches full operating temperature. It operates primarily at low RPMs with light loads. The exhaust system never gets hot enough to burn off carbon deposits. Your DPF system struggles to complete regeneration cycles. Over time, this driving pattern creates a cascade of problems. Carbon deposits build up in your intake system, reducing airflow. Your EGR system becomes clogged with soot and carbon. Your DPF fills with particles faster than it can burn them off. Your turbocharger develops carbon buildup that affects performance. The result is an engine that gradually loses power, efficiency, and reliability, even though nothing is technically broken. This is where the Italian tune-up becomes essential. What exactly is an Italian tune-up? The Italian tune-up isn't a real tune-up at all. It's a driving technique that involves running your diesel engine at higher RPMs and loads for an extended period to burn off carbon deposits and restore proper operation. The technique gets its name from the stereotype that Italian drivers are aggressive, but the science behind it is solid. High engine loads and RPMs create the heat and airflow necessary to clean carbon deposits naturally. For diesel vehicles, the Italian tune-up serves multiple critical functions. It completes DPF regeneration cycles that may have been interrupted during city driving. It burns carbon deposits off intake valves and EGR components. It exercises your turbocharger across its full operating range. It brings all engine systems up to proper operating temperatures. The key is doing this safely and systematically, not just driving aggressively without purpose. How to perform the Italian tune-up on your diesel vehicle. The proper Italian tune-up for diesel vehicles requires specific conditions and procedures to be effective and safe. First, ensure your vehicle is in good mechanical condition. Check your oil level and condition. Verify the coolant levels are adequate and make sure your air filter isn't severely clogged. Don't attempt this procedure if you have any warning lights or known mechanical issues. Choose the right driving conditions. You need a highway or rural road where you can maintain higher speeds safely for 15 to 20 minutes. This isn't something you can do in city traffic or residential areas. Here's the step-by-step procedure. Start with a normal warm-up period. Drive normally for the first 5 to 10 minutes to bring your engine up to operating temperature. Don't begin the high-load driving until your engine is fully warmed up. Once warmed up, accelerate firmly but smoothly to highway speeds. You want to reach 2,500 to 3,500 revolutions per minute in the highest gear you can maintain safely. For most diesel vehicles, this means 65 to 75 mph on level highway. Maintain this speed and load for 15 to 20 minutes. You're not trying to set speed records or drive dangerously. You're simply keeping your engine in its upper operating range long enough for the heat and airflow to do their work. During this period, your diesel will try to clear carbon buildup. After the high load period, return to normal driving. Don't immediately shut off the engine after hard driving. Allow a few minutes of normal operation for temperatures to stabilize. Why this technique works for diesel engines? The Italian tune-up is particularly effective for diesel engines because of how diesel combustion works and the operating characteristics of modern diesel vehicles. Diesel engines rely on high compression and temperature for efficient combustion. When operating at low loads for extended periods, combustion temperatures remain relatively low, allowing carbon deposits to form and accumulate. High load operation raises combustion temperature significantly hot enough to burn off these carbon deposits. The increased airflow also helps carry away loosened deposits through the exhaust system. For turbocharged diesels, which includes most modern vehicles, the Italian tune-up exercises the turbocharger across its full operating range. This helps prevent carbon buildup on the turbine and compressor wheels and keeps the variable geometry mechanisms operating freely. The technique is especially beneficial for diesel particulate filter systems. Extended high-temperature operation allows the DPF to complete full regeneration cycles, burning off accumulated soot that may not have been eliminated during normal driving. EGR systems also benefit from the increased exhaust temperatures and flow rates, which help burn off carbon deposits that can cause valve sticking and flow restrictions. When to perform the Italian tune-up? For most diesel vehicle owners, performing the Italian tune-up every 2 weeks provides the right balance of effectiveness and practicality. However, your specific driving patterns may require adjustments to the schedule. If you do primarily highway driving with regular longer trips, you may be naturally performing the equivalent of an Italian tune-up during normal operation. In this case, a monthly schedule might be sufficient. If you drive primarily in city traffic with short trips, you may need to perform the procedure weekly to prevent carbon buildup from becoming problematic. Pay attention to warning signs that indicate your diesel needs this treatment immediately. Reduced power or acceleration, black smoke during acceleration, rough idling or engine vibration, decreased fuel economy, DPF warning lights, or frequent regeneration cycles. If you notice any of these symptoms, perform the Italian tune-up as soon as safely possible. Don't wait for your regular schedule if your engine is showing signs of carbon buildup. Regular Italian tune-ups can dramatically extend the life and improve the performance of diesel vehicles used primarily for city driving or short trips. Fleet operators who implement regular high-load operation report significantly longer DPF life, reduced EGR system problems, and better overall engine longevity. Many achieve over 400,000 RME with minimal emission system problems by incorporating this technique into their maintenance routines. Individual owners report restored power and fuel economy, especially in vehicles that had gradually lost performance over time. The technique can often restore 10 to 15% of lost power in vehicles with significant carbon buildup. The procedure also helps prevent expensive emission system repairs. DPF replacements can cost $3,000 to $6,000, while EGR system cleaning or replacement can run $1,500 to $3,000. Regular Italian tune-ups can help prevent these failures by maintaining system cleanliness. Perhaps most importantly, the technique helps diesel vehicles operate as designed. Modern diesels are sophisticated machines that perform best when all systems function properly. The Italian tune-up helps maintain this proper operation despite driving patterns that don't naturally provide the conditions diesel engines need. Alternative methods for diesel owners who can't perform highway driving. Not every diesel owner has access to highways or conditions suitable for traditional Italian tune-ups. There are alternative approaches that can provide similar benefits, like using quality and proven additives. Remember, this isn't about driving aggressively or dangerously. It's about giving your diesel engine the operating conditions it needs to maintain proper function and longevity. And that's it for today. Most diesel owners never hear about this simple technique until it's too late, and they're already staring at a $4,000 repair bill. But now you know the truth, and your engine has a fighting chance. At CarFix Free, we don't do hype, we don't do gimmicks. We give you the real-world fixes that mechanics use but rarely share. If you want your diesel to last 300,000, 400,000 miles and beyond without bleeding your wallet dry, make sure to subscribe to CarFix Free right now and hit that notification bell. Because the next video could be the one that saves your engine, your fuel economy, and your hard-earned cash. This is CarFix Free, where smart drivers come to outlast their cars, not outspend them.